a break, an out cut, an in, a stop, anything like that at about the numbers. Then he's going to go on down the field 5 more yards and stutter once again. Our defensive back in the control position, Mo is going to be in that control position with his eyes on the hip, and he's going to stutter down with that wide receiver as he goes. This puts him in position to make his final break as the wide receiver goes into his break. Okay, fellas, on you, RJ. There it is right there. Lock him out, stutter. Good. Eyes down on that hip. That's good. Okay. Either way on the release. That's it. Good position. All right. That's what we want. Good. All right, the next drill is what we call the switchback drill. Again, we're going to execute the release of the line of scrimmage up the field, and then the wide receiver is going to cross the face of the cover corner. All right, and we're going to switch back in both manners. This time we're going to open up within the framework of our body. Okay, there'll be 2 switchbacks in this drill. Okay, on you, Mo. Good release. There it is. There's the position. There's the first switchback. He works up the field. There's the second switchback. All the while, Randy's eyes were down on the hip, and as he switched back, he reset that hand in the armpit and locked that elbow out with a thumb up. Okay, here we go. On you, Sid. Good. Right there, lock it out. Good. There's 1 switchback. There's 2 switchbacks. Good. There's 3. There's 4. All right, new record. And we're going to switch back in a position where the wide receiver clubs his arm down, clubs the defensive back's arm down, or the defensive back gets too high where he needs to use a speed turn to switch back. Okay, on you, Mo. Good release again. Good technique. Switchback reset. Switchback reset. Good. Nice job. Okay, here we go. On you, Sid. Good position. Good switchback. Reset that hand. Good switchback. Good. All right, that's the switchback drill. Okay, the next drill is what we call lean and locate, and that drill is just a fade route drill. Again, we're going to execute a release of the line of scrimmage. Mo is going to run the fade, and Randy is going to get in that downfield position, that control position, and then he's going to pin his hip and use the lean and locate technique. Usually there's a ball involved here. Sometimes we'll start out early in practice without a ball. Later on, we'll put the ball in there and throw it and either make it a live dog fight or ask the wide receiver to just not go for the football so that our defensive back can attack the ball without the risk of injury. Okay, here we go. On you, Mo. Good, right down the field. Now Randy pins his hip, and then that ball will be thrown at that point, okay? All right, here we go, fellas. Now let's make it a full speed thing here, Sid. Okay, on the fade ball. Full speed, take it all the way down to about the 40-yard line now, long fade. On you. Right there it is. All right, now the ball will be thrown, and the defensive back will go get that football. That's just what we call a lean and locate drill. Remember now that we cannot put our arm out and impede the progress, so we got to work hard on continuing to run and not reaching out with that hand. Okay, this next technique is what we call motor and mirror. It's the same basic alignment and stance as our slide technique, but now we're gonna try and push down the field just a little bit using a baby back pedal just to give us a little change up on the fade route. In other words, we're gonna let the wide receiver waste his movement at the line of scrimmage. We're gonna back off just a hair, and then we're gonna play slide technique down the field at about 2 yards. So if you're just looking at Randy without a receiver, just show us how that baby back pedal looks. Same stance, same alignment, just a baby back pedal there, again with our hands ready to punch, RJ, as you pedal back out of there, okay, as you use the baby back pedal. Once again, right there, good. We want a wide stance. We don't want a narrow base and a back pedal here. This is a baby back pedal. We're not trying to increase cushion. We're just trying to encourage the wide receiver to use up his moves at the line of scrimmage. This is a technique that we'll use against receivers off the ball, and it'll also be a changeup that we use against receivers on the ball. The vulnerability here is on the slant. We've helped ourselves on the fade, we've helped ourselves on vertical releases, we've hurt ourselves on the slant. So we need to make sure when we're using motor and mirror that we shade inside just a little bit more. All right, or shade outside just a little bit more if that's the technique and if that's where the help is coming from. Okay, here we go. Now, all I want, Mo, is just you to walk down the field and eat up that cushion and then release down the field on RJ, okay? All right, here we go. All right, on you. Right there, and there it is. Now, there won't be any shock hand involved here. Now it's all control and pivot. Okay, guys, jump in. All right, on you. Good, right there, lock it, and there's the downfield position. Okay, good. All right, so really all we're trying to do is give him a change up at levels. Try to make that release difficult so that he doesn't always know the technique that we're playing. Obviously, when you've got a guy off the line of scrimmage, it's a lot easier to, you know, this is one technique that can really help you because he's got a lot of room to maneuver against the slide technique. But slide still works when he's off the line of scrimmage as well. Okay, the next drill is really the drill that we work motor and mirror, and that is what we call a mirror dodge drill, but we're working down the field at angles. And we're just working on this baby back pedal type of technique, trying to stay in front and trying to open our hips as we go down the field. Mo is going to use the mirror dodge drill that we used a minute ago, but he's going to work at angles down the field, and Randy's going to shuffle and keep his feet apart and not using his hands to jam, all right, but just using his feet to stay in front of this guy as he moves down the field. So this is a good simulation of the body positioning of motor and mirror. Okay, Mo, on you. Right there, good. Trying to stay, that's good. Okay, you guys? Good, right there, good. All right, and that drill is trying to work on keeping our feet apart and moving down the field with the receiver. This next technique is what we call catch. This is a technique where safeties will line up in a high position in a two shell, looking like they've got zone coverage, and will drop into a man coverage. Generally it's with the free safety, but not always. It's also with our man across the board. In this case, Maurice is going to line up at 10, but when the ball is snapped, he's going to close up, okay, to the line of scrimmage. As he closes up, Randy is moving down the field on him, and at a certain point, when Randy starts to close the cushion, 2 or 3 yards from Mo will then execute motor and mirror technique that we worked on at the line of scrimmage. So he's going to close up and then start to push back with Randy in a motor and mirror type of technique. Now, we'll always understand our leverage here. We understand that wherever our leverage is, there's a lot of room for that wide receiver to work. So if Mo is playing outside leverage with a free safety to his inside, then he's got to make sure that he keeps that outside leverage and actually moves his feet in such a manner that he can keep his outside leverage even if Randy is working to the outside. If he's got inside leverage with no help and it's a full blitz or something like that, then he's got to protect the inside first, and he's got to move his feet in that motor and mirror type of scenario where he's in the baby back pedal and just kind of bouncing his feet and sliding to the inside. At that point, it's just, you know, the slide technique once Randy has closed it on him. Okay, now walk into this, Randy. You know, a little bit, jog into it, a little bit more than there. Mo closes up, now it becomes motor and mirror, and then he works the release right there. As Randy would go by him, then he would jam and run. Okay, close up and go the other way on your release. Okay, close up as far as you can, Mo, till he closes that cushion. Okay, go. There it is right there. Perfect. That's the technique. All right, and again, we want to keep the leverage that we've got in play. All right, so Mo, if you're playing on Randy's outside over there, and Randy wants an outside release, you got to force him inside. Try that, Randy. Try an outside release on him. All right, go. Perfect, right there. Okay, and that's where we want to be. And Mo, you'll use your hands as he runs by you. Now, Mo, work with an inside release. Randy, try and release to the inside. All right, it's a feel. It's a technique that takes a lot of work to understand when that cushion is broken and when you need to motor off. Okay, on you. Right there, good. right, the next kind of man-to-man coverage that we're talking about is pedal man or off man. In other words, when we're in a situation where we want to play in our back pedal, and that will be one of the tools that we'll use. We prefer to be aggressive at the line of scrimmage, but we're also able to play in our back pedal, and some of us do it better than others. All right, now, again, looking at alignment, if the ball is into Maurice's left, Randy is the left corner, okay, in this case with the quarterback in here. We'll take inside leverage unless we get a short split. All right, then Randy's showing the outside position that you want to be in. We want to move to an outside leverage position. Once again, we have to exaggerate inside or outside leverage based on the fact that we're so far off. We've given him a lot of room to work. So if Randy's got to protect the inside, then he's got to be more than just a shade, just a foot to crotch relationship. He's got to at least be foot to foot and maybe even a little bit further inside to protect the inside, because there's a lot of room to work. Vice versa if it was an outside leverage position. Okay, we want to be 5 to 7 yards off the man based on the relative speed that we have in relation to the guy that we're covering. And we want to make sure that we have enough room that we can allow that cushion to close without losing it too soon. We want to stay in our back pedal as long as possible. Randy wants to keep the position that he started with as long as he can into the route, okay? So as we come off the line of scrimmage, Randy's stance is going to be his regular stance with his outside foot up and his inside foot back, flat back, okay, weight out over his toes, okay? And he's in position now. I don't care what he does with his hands. Let him hang. We don't need him up here. Just be comfortable. All right. We want our back foot staggered at least toe to heel. And in some cases, Randy's got long legs, so he staggers them even further. Okay. All right. Now, as we come off the line of scrimmage, our key. The first key is going to be the quarterback for the 3-step. We call that zone eyes. And we want to take a quick peek at the quarterback through our first and second step. As we come off, we're going to push off the front foot, step with the back foot, all right, and we want to take zone eyes. We want to be in zone eyes for a couple of steps, and then we want to snap our eyes right back to that inside thigh or the belt buckle, okay? So as Randy comes off, he does not want to come off any faster than the receiver takes him off. In other words, we want to come off in that back pedal in a slow manner in which we mirror the speed of the wide receiver. Okay, or watch the release now. Mo just comes straight off the ball. Right there, okay? Quick zone eyes, and now his eyes go right back. Okay, come on back. Now, that inside position that we want to preserve is important to keep, because most receivers are not going to come off the line of scrimmage straight. They're going to weave off the line of scrimmage at angles. All right, so Mo, take your release off at a 45-degree angle. Randy has got to now weave in his back pedal. In other words, he's got a back pedal trying to keep his hips and shoulders as square to the line of scrimmage as possible so that he still has a two-way go, all right? And he wants to make sure that he keeps that inside position. Whatever inside position he started with, he wants to keep it as long as he can down the field. Okay, Mo, we're going to release inside at a 45. Randy is weaving inside to keep that position. Good. As we weave inside, we still have to push down the field to keep our vertical cushion as well. We keep the horizontal position, we keep our initial leverage, and we keep as much of our vertical cushion as possible. Okay, now, come on back to the line, Mo. Now, push straight off on Randy. The next concept we've got to teach is cushion. And here's what we tell our guys. Stay in your back pedal until that wide receiver breaks your cushion. And the cushion that we're trying to preserve is 3 yards. Once he's within that 3-yard cushion, we've got to get out and go. All right, understanding that it's going to take us a while to get out of our back pedal and get into the downfield position that we want, which is arm's length, locked out position. All right, so as Mo releases off the line of scrimmage and Randy backpedals, eventually he's going to eat that cushion up, and then once he gets within 3, Randy's got to turn, and now he will use that downfield position and lock his hand. All right, come on, fellas. Now, turn the other way, stay here, Billy, and go that way down the field, okay? Same drill. All right, Randy's got inside position. Watch the cushion now from the side. Okay, on you, Mo. Right there. Okay, all right, come on back.